Now I'm pleased to welcome Christopher Pennington, the CEO of Fraser Milner Casgrain, to present the award for Top Performing Chief Legal Officer. I was remiss in not mentioning earlier, we also have for each of our sponsors a small plaque so that they can remember their participation.
Thank you very much, Ruth. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And on behalf of my Fraser Milner Casgrain colleagues here in Calgary and across Canada, it's a great pleasure for FMC to support this tremendous celebration of business leadership, innovation, and excellence, and to sponsor and present the award for the top performing Chief Legal Officer. The role and contribution of the Chief Legal Officer or General Counsel in the C-suite of a major corporation has changed dramatically and continues to evolve. Long relied upon for a broad spectrum of expertise, an effective CLO today is a trusted advisor and partner in the leadership team, and increasingly is an important contributor to strategic planning and execution. This describes the role and contribution of tonight's recipient of the top performing Chief Legal Officer, Sean McMaster, Executive Vice President Corporate and General Counsel of TransCanada. With overall responsibility for management of TransCanada's legal affairs and leading a team of 70 lawyers, Sean successfully navigates pipeline and power giant TransCanada through the complex legal and regulatory environment in which TransCanada operates across the entire continent. As a successful student of law and business, a former captain and tank commander in the Canadian Armed Forces, an experienced corporate commercial lawyer in the energy industry, and a seasoned business executive in progressively senior leadership roles within TransCanada, Sean brings a diverse wealth and breadth of expertise and experience to meeting challenges and complexity. In the past year, he has managed such strategic issues as obtaining Canadian and American support for TransCanada's proposed $12 billion Keystone Pipeline, its Alaska natural gas megaproject, and its $2.9 billion takeover of the Ravenswood Jumbo Power Plant. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming and congratulating Sean McMaster, our top-performing Chief Legal Officer.
Thanks, Chris. Excuse me. Now, Ruth, I thought you said we had 23 minutes. Turns out 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, so I'll have to just shorten it up a little bit. Firstly, I'd like to thank Alberta Oil Ventures, Oil Magazine, and the sponsors for this recognition. It's an honor to be acknowledged by a leading publication that's known for its great reporting and insight into the energy industry, which, as we know, is so important to us here in Alberta. I think a thank you also goes out to Gordon Jaremko, who in a recent blog had a post that indicated that executives are more than suits and salaries. And while I certainly enjoy a nice suit and a good salary, I totally agree with Gordon's remarks, and I'd like to congratulate all the award recipients here tonight because they certainly exemplify those remarks. I'd also like to acknowledge the comments that Gordon made in my profile about my past military service. Those were certainly exciting times for me, and they were my formative years by any stretch. But I would also like to take this opportunity to acknowledge and honor all of the men and women who serve in our military and make this place a much better and safer place for us. So, and I think because of the profile that Gordon wrote, I also have a new nickname, the Commander, and I kind of like that one. So thank you. As much as I'd like to take credit for the award. You've heard it already a couple times before. Certainly not all my doing. I need to acknowledge all of the great folks at TransCanada who work tirelessly and long hours to make really quite incredible achievements happen. Chris mentioned the Keystone Pipeline. You know, TransCanada wasn't even thinking about the oil business 5 years ago, and here we are with a $13 billion pipeline half built. We're still working on that second half, and it seems to be presenting challenges, but we will get there. You know, if we take the example of the 2009 transfer of Alberta's Nova gas pipeline to federal regulation, I mean, that really was a phenomenal event where it took a monumental effort that was done with little fanfare, and we didn't hear about it. It wasn't a major court battle, but it was a major effort by the team at TransCanada having to work with Alberta producers and the Alberta government, and we got that accomplished, and it has now enabled us to move into a regime where we can bring gas on from Northeast BC and from, you know, virtually from all over the country, and have it in one system, seamless, and make it easier for everybody to operate. So obviously I can't fulfill all those roles and make those kinds of things happen. TransCanada has one of the best suites of executives and experts that I've ever been associated with. So you know, hats off to all those. Some of them are here tonight, Russ and Don Wishart, and a few of the others, Patrick Keys, who worked on that transfer of the Nova system. So thank you very much, and I certainly wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. And lastly, I'd like to acknowledge and thank my greatest support system, and that's my wife Jane and our two sons who aren't here with us, Jordy and Spencer. You know, as always, they keep me grounded, and they actually enable me to integrate this exciting career with a really fulfilling and great family life. So thank you very much.